Bang! Begin the game. This is the story of a man named Stanley. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go
What
to
could
the
it
meeting room.
mean?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
I am.
Click the door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No, no.
Yes.
No. I can't just give these merits away for such little
God
effort.
damn it.
A measly 5 clicks.
Sorry.
Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Yeah? You got a deal.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of
No, why
witnessing
not?
true effort
I did
for
what
a
you
noble
asked.
cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes,
50?
almost certainly 50 clicks.
Gotcha. Go superpower speed! Come on.
No, I'm still not feeling it.
Why?
I want this achievement to have meant
It
something.
does
has to be
mean
a
something.
true
It means I
reward
clicked
for
it
valiant
50
effort. I want to see some
times.
hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all
Okay,
the way, no
I
matter
got
what
it.
the cost.
I'll do
Why
this.
don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Oh. I wasn't expecting that. Sorry, I'm not playing the game. Not playing the game. Where's 417? Where's 417?
Ooh,
We got
great. Now, go click a few times on door
37.
437.
Yeah, gotcha. So long as I get this achievement. That's...
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door
15.
415. Let's give it 10 clicks
10
or
clicks
so.
or so? Yeah, I gotcha. We can do a couple tenors. This one?
Now, back to door number 437.
Yeah, this is a marathon, not a sprint. Let's get her done. Come on. Oh, this one? Back to this one?
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Sure.
All right, back to room 417.
Yeah.
I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Me too, Mr. Narrator. I'm feeling this. Are you feeling it now, Mr.
Now
Crab?
go climb on employee 419's desk.
Where's 419?
Yes! This
Yeah.
is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up.
Few clicks
Go
on
give me a few
416.
clicks on door. We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Gotcha. I'll fucking get it. I will. Come on.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430.
Finish me off.
Yes! We did it!
Ah.
That felt amazing. Oh,
That did feel
you
amazing.
really earned it, Stanley. Nothing
Thank
could
you.
hold you back. Yes, I'm very
No.
proud of how far we've come today. Just
Thank
think,
you.
only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
I know, that's awful of me. Much more than 5 clicks. 5 measly clicks. Imagine the scenes. Oh. Well, that's just off. Okay. That was exciting. Huh. I don't want no computers on. No one's at work. We can't be wasting power. Get this out of here. Where are we going?
When Stanley came to a set
Ooh.
of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I did. Except what I didn't.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I did,
Perhaps
I
he
did.
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I wanted a bit of a snack.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully
I
constructed
wanted
room.
a drink,
Stanley
man.
simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Drinking it all in? I want a drink.
Yes, really. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Sure.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Yes, we did.
Yet there was not a single person here
What
either.
the fuck?
Feeling
Tips
a
for not
wave
getting
of
fired.
disbelief,
Talk.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let it ball up inside you, take it out passive aggressive on other co-workers, resent co-workers for not supporting you more. Exactly. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header. Yeah, it does. And throw some bevel on all that text. Yes. I'm unique. Yeah. You hear that? Ah, they're not there. Number of slides on the slides. Okay. Where are we going?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned
There's a
around
broom?
and got back on track.
No, I didn't. There's a broom here, and the
There was
broom
nothing
closet.
here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet.
I
No
like the
reason
broom
to
closet.
still be here.
Yeah, but I like it. It makes me happy.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing
Okay.
anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs,
I was going
to
upstairs
his
anyways.
boss's office.
Beautiful. Oh, boss man. Boom. Oh. Boom.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Sorry.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
I don't like this music. Bad texturing. Look at that.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Oh, there. Hello. Going down. I feel like this game is loud.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free.
I just followed you on X. I hope you follow me
Why did
back.
he feel this now? When
Pussy
for years,
ass.
it had never occurred to him.
Hold on. I should probably turn this down a little bit.
This question would not go
There we go.
unanswered for long.
What's going on?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control
You know
Facility.
what? Fuck it. Mind control me. You bitch ass. Do it.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Oh,
did
hello.
he have the strength to find out?
I do. Cameras.
Monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each
Employee got fired. Fuck you. Fuck you.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley,
Where's me?
eternally monitored in this place, where freedom meant nothing.
A lot of these are the same image. Where's me? I don't know. Ha! Fired. 2 people got fired. Unlucky. Where's this one taking me?
Control facility. It was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley
Who's employee number 1?
someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yes.
No.
That's exactly correct.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable.
My life isn't even in my control.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
The proof is in the pudding.
Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For
Facility
he
power, let's
would
turn it off.
dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yes. 5. Where's number 1? 3. 4. Alright. 1. 2. Come on. 3. Get to 4. Get to 4. And then straight across to 5. Let's book it to 5. Booking it. Devin booking it. Devin bookering it. Sorry. Idiot. That was it? I did that for nothing? Okay. System power.
And when at last he found the source of the root...
Out of here. Done.
blackness, and a rising chill of
Don't say that
uncertainty.
about them.
Was
What
it
the
over?
fuck? No, it's not.
Yes. He had won.
Already?
He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet,
Oh, I can
even
walk.
as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as
Well, I guess
sunlight
we'll find
streamed
out.
into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
No.
For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
Follow
Perhaps
the light.
his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the
Oh,
only thing.
beautiful.
Stanley stepped through the open door.
Yes.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Exactly the
Stanley
way.
was happy.
That's a cute ending.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
Let me
boss's
do another
office.
ending.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
You don't need to talk.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Are we good now?
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Much appreciated, man. Let's turn this machine on.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
I'm trying to open my gum. Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee.
That's some sour gum.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I wonder if one of these actually is me.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable.
Never!
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Okay.
For he would dismantle the controls once
and for all.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved
Was I not
all
meant
these
to?
years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted?
No, I want them to control me.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off.
Oh.
If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Oh,
In
shit.
the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. minutes.
Oh
Now
no.
this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere
I'm
moments
sorry.
until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated.
Yeah, where are they? Where are they?
All
Please
right,
tell
I'm
me.
in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to
That
them.
never
I
existed.
erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
Oh
I
fuck.
say this though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better.
I'm sure it will be.
Goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
Don't.
You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra
No.
time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Thank you for this
Oh,
extra
dear me,
time.
What's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door.
I'm not doing anything.
Something here will save me.
I'm not even trying to save myself. I want to die.
Beaten? One solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment.
You're a supervillain.
But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
Yeah,
You're only still
I'm
playing
waiting
instead
for
of watching
sweet,
a cutscene because I
sweet
want to watch you for
death.
every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Fine.
Take a look at the clock.
Be like that.
That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here.
There
Just
won't
you
be any
in
struggle.
pieces.
You're a
Will
monster.
you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every
5,
second of
4,
your inevitable life from the
3,
moment we
2,
fade in until the
1,
moment I say,
0.
"Clear up."
Boom. Am I dead? Am I dead? I'm dead. Okay. Now we're doing the escape ending.
When Stanley
Gotta
came
listen
to
to
a
you
set
for a
of
little
two
bit.
open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase,
Going up.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
And I stayed in it this time, don't you worry.
Here's the door, just go.
Thank you. Going down.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Escape!
Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I'm all for it. I'm all for
The
it.
door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around
But
and get
violent
back on
death.
track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Violent death. The blades. The blades. Oh. Hello.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, it
Yes.
reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow
Kill
vision
me.
of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Goodbye. What the fuck?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him
Yeah.
instantly.
At least it's an instant death, right? Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What
Yeah.
exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
I don't know.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance,
Oh, wow.
death becomes meaningless, making
So that's my
life the
office.
same. Do you see now?
Go through there.
Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Huh. Nature paintings. Stanley's computer. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game to the path Stanley's office. Wait, the path from Stanley's office to the two doors. It was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development though the core layout remains almost exactly identical. Wow. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the players reach the two doors in a good time. Yeah, cool. I think it's been good. The set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece in Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Ah. There's my office. 1, 2, 3. Ah, cool. There's the credits. The office. Maintenance room. That's an early version. Wow. That's cool. Warzone. We designed an ending where Stanley would end up on the battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people would interpret it as making fun of people who like shooters, which is not our intention. Fair enough. That'd be cool, though. We submit to Greenlight, Valve's process of approving games to Steam. The Greenlight page has had only a series of crypto photos, which was still enough to win the community's. Oh wow, approval. Cool. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we initially planned to use these in further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are wow. Nice. Are you a rock? The office. Lounge. An early version of the lounge. second version is functionally the same as what's in the final game. We wanted it to look more like a place where cargo was actually stored. Okay. Cargo lift. You offer a choice of staying or jumping to a different path. However, after we decided we also want the option to... Yep, cool. Oh, so I can jump to a second path? I thought so. What's this room? The ending went through the fourth version of the ending. We thought it was complete, but decided to abandon. Okay. For a long time, we only had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. Zending. Ah, cool. Trailers. We ran 4 major trailers over the course of the game's development, which convey something about the spirit of the game. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I see computers. This is cool. But we are going to exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Oof. Loading? Was that it? Why won't it let me do heaven?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, we'll come back to it. We'll come back, it's fine.
When
Left
Stanley
door
came to a
downstairs.
set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
Oh,
and
exit.
then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Ah, exit.
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason.
Oh, there's that
at all.
car again.
None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley
Ah,
pondered
exit.
this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh my god.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Not quite
No,
repeating.
Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Ah, I'm dreaming.
This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy
Thank God I
after all.
don't lose my job.
And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons.
Ooh,
I may as
how
well
boring.
enjoy this
Where's
while
the
I'm
exit?
still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying, and began to gently float off the ground.
No.
He imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing?
That is strange. Why is this voice here?
Now the voice was describing
out of
itself
my
being
head.
considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
But I was just floating. There's no way I'm awake.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that?
I'm
this
insane.
voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Okay.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back.
Close them
The
eyes.
fresh air of the world outside this one.
Close them
Let me wake
eyes.
up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife.
My
and
wife?
job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
No?
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real.
Please.
I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh. I'm awake. Or asleep.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh. Hello.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town,
Oh my
talking and
God.
screaming to himself, and then collapsed
Stanley.
on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
But do you?
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that
And she
day.
left the man on the
Very
floor.
important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
He just left
And then she
me.
turned and ran.
Fuck you, bitch ass. Leaving me on the floor to die. Just run her back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door.
Yeah. What? Run away, run away, run away. Don't even dare talk to me. Come on. We can do this. Yes. Get out of here. I'm now leaving. Go. Seven, 5, 6. Okay, there's a lot of stairs. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of stairs. There's no light anymore. It's dark. I'm scared. It's getting darker. Escape. I have to look back so I know what kind of direction I'm going. Did we escape? Yeah. I think we escaped.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Jesus.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I want to go into the broom closet. We're doing all the endings
when Stanley
here.
came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
I did.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back
There's a
on
broom.
track.
And a bucket. And a mop for this wet at.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Doing sweet fuck all. I'm not doing fuck all. I'm chilling.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some
Architecture.
explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Well, I can go toilet. I can clean up after I've gone toilet, and I can eat the stock
You do
tape.
realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd
Yeah.
said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find
Yeah,
it.
it's
It
whatever.
didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never
Says
would have
you.
thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
I mean, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good ending. These
Stanley
wires
was
are a
fat
bit
and
shit,
ugly
man.
and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
What the fuck?
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now.
What the
You're
fuck was
dead.
that?
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort...
No,
shut
you just
down
called me
your
fat
central
and
nervous
ugly.
system, and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He
I'm
or
dead.
she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at
It's not how we work, man.
making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
No.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps
Oh.
there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to.
Oh, ah,
Fish?
A
Fungus?
fungus?
Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
That's the broom closet ending. I like it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Maybe. Is everyone in the meeting room? Let's
When
find
Stanley
out.
came to a set of
Is
two
anyone
open, this
in
was not the correct way
the
to the meeting room,
lounge?
and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first. Just
I wonder if
to
anyone's
admire
in
it.
there. Hello? No.
The lounge
Okay.
was grand,
Well,
majestic, perhaps too, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
exactly what I'm doing.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no.
No,
it's
oh.
to the right. My mistake.
Okay, to the right.
No,
No.
not the right. Why
Where we
would
going?
I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
I don't know.
It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Take your time. Is it one of these
Let's
doors?
see, we went down, right, left, down,
Down, left, right. Yep.
Okay, yes. I've got it now. This
Definitely.
story is absolutely,
way?
definitely this way.
Okay. We're getting somewhere.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is
Oh.
all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to,
Ooh.
who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely
No?
unusable.
I mean, I can go back.
Rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
Okay, cool. Okay. I want to go
All
back
his
to those
co-workers were gone.
original doors.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
And what I want to do is blue.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over. Completely fresh.
No.
Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
No,
Did you
no,
move
no.
the story somewhere or a... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere.
Okay.
Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Let's find it. Where is this? I'm in a back room. Aha. Not that door.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we just...
Are you sure?
Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay,
Yeah,
let's give it a shot.
shot.
Why not?
Are we back in the
All
game?
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps, perchance.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't
Is
we
it?
go back the other direction
Okay.
and see if we missed anything?
Sure. I'll try anything at this point. What's going on? So if we go through here... Any other doors open?
Aha! I knew something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait.
No.
Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Yeah, good idea, good idea. Different again.
Now
That's...
well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Do you remember, Stanley?
Yeah, it
Well,
was,
do you know
it
what?
was an office building.
Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this?
How about
you
it?
win!
Yeah.
Congratulations!
Yeah, I
I
win!
know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
Thank you.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
You just said I
We
win.
both know you didn't put in any actual work.
Hey.
for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Okay. I just won. Oh.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Sure.
You
Following-
see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this
Ah.
direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
To destiny.
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination
What's up
still
with this
a
line,
story?
man?
Simply by the act of moving forward, are we
Oh,
implying
around
a
that shit.
journey
Oh.
such that a destination is
Okay.
inevitably conjured
Yep.
into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself?
Loop-de-loop,
Whoa,
cool.
whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going. with
What's
all
going
that.
on?
You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten
Bit of
the mood.
music, yeah. Da 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 da. This is triumphant.
Cut the music. go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay, studying. Okay. Studying this fern. Oh, got it. Start the music again.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No.
Yeah.
No.
No. Trust
you do
me,
know
trust
we're looking
me.
for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again.
Pardon? Wow.
Like, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you.
Oh my God.
Pardon?
Oh my God.
You what?
I'm God and scared you.
You got in and scared me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After everything we've been through, well, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
God and did.
Pardon?
God and did.
Yeah.
You know what, Stanley?
Well,
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something
exactly.
exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh,
yeah.
This all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
That one? Alright, we're going that door.
Now, yes, this is exciting.
It
Just
is
me and
exciting.
Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever
Chocolate
it might be,
cake.
Stanley, I'm
That's
ready for
it. That's all it is. Just chocolate cake.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story.
Yeah,
no
same.
lines or monitor rooms. Just
Veto.
don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Oh, look at that. It's gone.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Sure.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse
Again, dizzy
door's
narrator.
origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since
Yes.
the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley. Our
Yes.
destiny awaits. Oh, hold up. What's this?
What?
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
Let's play the story.
That's
I never
really
began
how
to do
all this
anything.
goes?
Find the line
all
again. Begin following the line.
Determined?
An identical replica of
So
the
now,
officer's
according
wrist.
to the schedule, I restart again. Then what?
There's no
Am I
longer an
just
officer
supposed
with
to
black
forget?
space. Wondering if black. Let's
Well,
find a
what if I don't
bookstore,
want
get
to
bored,
forget?
and leave.
My
Restart
mind
narrator's
goes
gone after a
blank
long time.
simply because
Stanley.
it's written
Okay.
here on this thing wall.
Oh
Well,
shit!
you
Oh right, it was a
consulted
circle
me.
door.
Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
You won't do it?
And the timer
Oh.
stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The,
Yeah.
whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So,
Dunno.
okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose
Yeah.
in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not
I
quite sure if
would
we're in the
agree.
destination or the journey. though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Oh! Shit.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Oh, it's raining outside.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
No, it's not
Perhaps
the correct
he
way.
wanted to
You're
stop
right.
by
I'm
the
sorry.
employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded,
very nice.
butterflies in his stomach. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. New
Stanley
plan.
was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know
Sure.
what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it. Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How
Oh, you
clumsy
wanted
of
me to kill myself. What a fucking... What a monster. You're a monster. Okay, I want to answer the phone this time.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
I did hope very much. Right, come on.
When Stanley came to a set
Oh,
of
we're
2
answering the
this
phone
was
this
not
time.
the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of
Oh.
art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
First open door on my left. Oops, this one.
Stanley was so bad
Sorry.
at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Okay.
Stanley, your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
I will let her back in my life.
She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley.
Yes, I want to answer. Please. Please. Oh. Oh.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on.
It is me.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Oh, you made fresh bread for me?
Okay, there we go. All right,
Sweetie.
now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
There's no bread
This is a very
in...
sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
No.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Not doing it.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
Wait.
First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Dad, I'm Dutton.
Your skeleton.
Yeah.
I see.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations.
Good job.
Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind
Good
controls.
job.
And down another was a
Are you
young
gonna have a
mind
swim or
weaved
something?
in many directions.
No?
And down
Okay.
another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Without the skeleton on.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
I will play one more time. I love you.
But there is no answer.
No!
How could there possibly be?
My
In reality,
wife.
all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer
I'm
he
working.
spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be
I'm just
anything
working.
but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself?
Oh,
How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
This looks like my office.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
Please die.
Behave exactly as Stanley
Okay.
would. That means choosing
Fine.
responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as
Okay,
Stanley would.
yeah, we'll take the left door.
Fine,
Fine, you forced my hand.
I'm sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
The broom closet is a one-time thing?
Coming to a staircase,
No
Stanley
way.
walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What's this door? Damn it.
Stepping
What
inside
the
his manager's
fuck?
office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions.
That's a cool color.
And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode.
No,
He had
what the
seen it
fuck
on his
is that?
boss's
Why is there a
computer just
panda
last
with-
week.
Hey!
Night Shark 115. Was
Shut
this
up.
the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way
Shush.
to find out. Stanley
Why-
had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Why the fuck do you have a painting of a panda with a pistol to its head? Business strategy. No. What are you doing?
Stanley spoke the code.
Oh, shut up.
Night Shark 115. He spoke
Night
it into
Shark
the receiver
115.
right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you?
I
Please
can't.
speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
I'm trying. Night Shark 115.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing.
Shut up.
The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story
Is it Harry
seriously.
Potter?
If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. When Stanley came to a set of two...
Oh my God.
He entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay?
Is that me?
Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me?
What the
All
heck?
right. Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step
Please,
forward.
Stanley, please pick a door. Please, Stanley.
Anything? This is more important than you can ever know. I need this.
Please.
story
The
needs
story needs it.
So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there?
Stanley, hello.
It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right.
Stanley, it's okay.
I'll
We'll wait for
to
you.
Decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
It's okay, Stanley. What the heck? What we can do is we can begin the game again.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Yeah, one day. I want to go. I know.
Stanley came to a set of two open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
I don't
Stanley
care.
knew it perfectly well.
Yeah.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
You know what I want to do? Pass right on
Truly
through.
a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I don't know what the door. Well, I don't know what left and right is.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Hey. I don't have a swipe card.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not
Have
your
we?
enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. Someone you've been
Okay.
neglecting, Stanley.
Who?
Someone you've forgotten about. please.
Who?
Stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. I'm asking for her.
For
This is it,
her.
Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who's been waiting? Ah,
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach
nah,
out to
dog.
her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Bro, I'm scared. Can I unplug it? Unplug it? Unplug it?
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Yeah, I was scared. I'm
No, that
sorry.
wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let
Well,
me double check.
I'm a different beast and the same animal.
It's definitely here, clear as
What the
day.
fuck does that
Stanley
mean,
picks
Kobe
up the
Bryant?
phone. He's taken
What
to
the
his
fuck does that
apartment where he finds
mean?
his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner?
I've got free
Oh,
will.
Stanley, you're a real person.
Yeah.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though
Good.
you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol
Yeah.
for real-world decision-making. Or did you
Let
not
me
grasp
out.
the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you
Hold on.
making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
No.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real
Brainwash
person,
me.
but if used incorrectly can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years
Okay.
helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could
Yeah, he could.
systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice
That's the
would
best
you make?
option.
Remember
The second.
that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic.
Well,
If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow
Oh.
the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
I'm meant to be having a back sack and crack.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more
8?
than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder
I
if
think
your
I make
choices
around
are
8
actually
choices a
meaningful
day.
and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Okay.
Ah,
Wow.
welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly
Jesus.
informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct
Okay.
thing to do would have been. This way, please.
I should have stayed in the room.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the
Oh.
main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately,
I've gone down there.
Is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Okay, so I've got to go all the way back to these hallway doors, and I've got to take the left exit.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending. The story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Sounds good.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Left
all right.
door. Got it. Got it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yes.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Okay. Sorry. Left door. Okay. No? Wow. That's twisted. I don't want to go in the other direction. I want to stay here. I'm happy. Can this door even open? No? Okay. I guess you forced my hand.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about, my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work?
Do it! Do it! Shut it down!
What do I do?
Shut it down!
No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Do it! Oh, shit! We're back, baby!
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here.
We have a choice.
This pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed.
But we still have a choice. I'll take the left door.
And you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
Bro, I'm not Stanley.
Tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
Hey, fight me.
My story.
Fight me, where are you?
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
Oh, bye.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Stanley
I think that's
decided
all for
to
left.
go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna go this
When
way.
Stanley came to a
We're
set
gonna
of two
ignore
open-
it, and
this
we're gonna
was
go
not
down
the
onto the
correct way to
catwalk this
meeting
time.
room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Did I? No, I didn't.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not
Dock
sure-
B's
Really,
open.
I'm not. I realize that
I get
investing
down
your
there?
trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you or... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for
No,
others?
I
Are you
don't. I
that
don't like
convinced that I
you.
want something bad to happen to you? Why?
Yes.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you
No.
something beautiful. Look,
Stop
let
lying.
me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank
What the
God
fuck?
you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now.
No.
Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I want it to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me
Yes.
show you.
Hello.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Spotlight.
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we... No, wait. Where are you going? Right. Where were we?
Sorry. Wow. Very pretty.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose
It's
all of this.
okay. I won't hurt myself,
Please,
don't worry.
no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. No! Oh, no. No, no, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Yes, perhaps you can.
Oh,
Perhaps you'll
whoa.
finally see what I'm talking about. I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you? No, perhaps not.
We're going back.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw
Yeah.
yourself from this platform over and
Yeah.
over to get rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Yes.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore.
You're all
I
depressed.
just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one, is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes. What are you saying
And
about
here
it this time?
was. the lounge.
A room. What a
But
room, what a
eager to
room,
get
what a
back to
room.
business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
The first open door on my left.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that... What? Really? I was in the middle of something.
I'm
Do you have
sorry,
zero
man.
consideration for
I
others?
have
Are you
something
that
to
convinced that I want
do.
something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Okay.
Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Yeah, hello.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken
This is
rooms,
cool.
exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Ah.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with you? You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback.
Okay.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door?
I don't know.
It's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh. Ooh. Oh.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Sorry, what's up with this ending, huh?
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see.
Oh.
What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Minecraft.
Well, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired.
But I can't
A
jump.
game
I can't
had
jump though.
absolutely nothing to do with.
But I can't
is it
jump.
enough?
I can't jump
Tell me
though.
that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch
Ooh.
this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Oh, there we go.
Go here. No, here. And then...
Yeah. And open this up.
Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all
Ah.
off... Yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley.
Good
Look
job.
at it. Gaze upon my
Looks
work
pretty
of
good.
art and feel ashamed at your own
Can I come in?
inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only got
Yeah.
the experience. Please, step inside and make
Oh,
yourself
thank you, thank
comfortable.
you.
Isn't it grand? Isn't
Whoa.
it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of
Yes.
diamond. Diamond everything. Yes.
Yes.
Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Oh, down here?
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
No, I didn't actually.
Oh,
But that's
no,
okay,
no,
we've
no,
got some
no.
iron.
This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5.
Ah.
Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay,
No.
new game.
I wanted to play Minecraft.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Yes. Can I jump? I still can't jump.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
Right, I got that.
Jeez.
Easy.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty.
Fuck
I really
off.
don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me, I've had enough. So, why don't you get cozy in this room, and if you have any grand revolutionary ideas for the perfect video game, you can just...
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yes. Hello? Oh, it's my office. It's my stream one. Why are you playing my music? Right. Well, you started playing it in here. That's why I paused the music.
I wonder what he found.
You can
If
ask
what he
for
wanted
specific
was to be
song.
the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down
Or you
in
could Google how
wherever
Alexa
he is
works
right
instead of asking me while I'm streaming. I can't explain it to you, really.
Now, I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Yeah. There's a cat coming in here. I'm hoping it doesn't. Oh. Alright. She walked right on out. She heard me start talking about it. She goes, nope.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee
That's
number
me!
427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Or
Nice.
to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, every month, of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
What I'm gonna have to do
And then one day, something very peculiar.
is open this.
All
I'm
of
gonna
his
have this
co-workers
timer
were
open.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Jesus Christ. Why am I lagging?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room.
No,
and
it
Stanley
wasn't.
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring.
Nice.
It had really been worth it, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
The first open door on my left. So we go through the open door to the left.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I mean, I followed directions pretty
Look,
well
Stanley,
there. I took
think
the first
perhaps
open
we've gotten
door
off on the
and went
wrong
to the
foot
left.
here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but
Really,
the fact
I'm
is
not.
that the store... What? Really?
Store. Crazy that this game made like $20-something million.
To you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Yeah.
Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Got it. The red door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
No,
Stanley
that's-
walked through the red
No,
door.
that's the red. Yeah, this is the red door.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
This door? Attempt number 3, yep. Unfortunately, I have to fucking do
All
it.
right, fine, go ahead,
I
Stanley.
said I would.
You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of
But
this
I've got a
road
timer
you've
this time, so I
chosen?
know
Well,
how
don't
long,
let me
how far
stop
ahead through I am.
You see? There's
'Cause,
nothing here. I
Man,
haven't even finished building
that
this
was
section
soul
of the map
destroying. After doing
because
it
you
for
were
like
never
what
supposed to
felt
be here
like
in the first
18
place.
hours.
Broken
I'm
rooms,
back.
exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically
Yes.
for you?
Specifically
I
for
put a lot of time
you.
into that because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this
Elucidate.
game
That's a cool
better?
word, man.
What did you want?
Don't
to
know what it
see?
means, but it's cool.
Vehicles? Skill
Yes.
trees? Work
Yes.
with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
No, I just said yes to both
Tell
of
you
them.
what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. The
Okay.
third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to stop you there.
A 2.
Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you
2.
say that the game
I've done
benefited
1,
from
3, and
allowing you
5.
more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm
Come
looking
on.
for some real critical feedback here.
2.
Oh, well, now this is useful. You didn't like it, but you didn't totally hate it either. You enjoyed
No,
it,
you're
perhaps
right.
is the correct term. It didn't cause you excruciating pain.
No,
Big
it didn't,
steps we've made here
actually.
today, Stanley.
Thank you.
Here,
Big steps.
based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly
I'm a
candid,
killer, he's
I
a
think
killer,
I've
she's a
knocked it
killer,
out of the
bitch.
park with this one. Let's take a look.
And this is the big steppers. I don't care about the leaderboard. No. I don't care.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to
No,
keep walking
because it's
through
lying
doors?
to me. I already
Again,
know that it's
honest
lying to
answers,
me.
please.
I'm not last.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been
Okay,
working on.
it doesn't matter
and
what
now
you
would
say
be a
on this
lovely
one, okay.
opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect.
Sure.
Let me boot it up.
Okay. Third time's a
In
charm.
this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire,
We're just gotta
he
start the
fails.
timer there.
It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't
Okay.
you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
It's so loud, man.
Good to see that enthusiasm. Keep it up, Stanley. Just 3 hours and 45 minutes left to go. Okay, so clearly you're in it for the long haul. Although I find it hard not to believe you're simply running a program to click the button over and over automatically, which kind of ruins the point of the game, don't you think? Wouldn't that take the art out of it? You can tell me in your post-playtest analysis.
Just popping in to say hi.
I hope you weren't expecting more regular intervals of commentary from me, but that's not why you're here, is it? You're here for the game, for the art, for the endlessly spiraling sense of pointlessness and despair. Yes, this is what drives your every action. Keep clicking that button for hope, for freedom, for science, for love. Don't ever, ever stop. You know, I've been spending the last 2 hours here embroiled in thought, and it's occurred to me, this game is incomplete. It's missing something. It still doesn't have that oomph. What is it, I thought to myself? What could possibly be missing from this incredible experience? And then in a moment of rapture, as though delivered by angels, it came to me. Before this moment, I was blind, but those days are behind us. I now understand the true manifestation of this game. It needs a puppy. That's right, this puppy is being lowered toward an aquarium filled with nothing but piranha. Now you have to click the second button to avert the puppy's death in addition to the baby's. This is it, Stanley. Art. I did it. Video games are art. But you have a good 2 hours or so to go, so I'll just let you get to that. No time to waste when there is such a meaningful game to be played. Bonne chance, mon ami. Good to see both the puppy and the baby are still alive. It warms my heart to see how deeply the message of this game has resonated with you. I can only imagine the joy welling up in your chest, the sheer joy of such pure distilled life essence flowing through your veins. It must be amazing. I'm jealous of you, truly I am. No, seriously, I'm deeply envious of your position at this very moment. The joy of artistic expression must be even stronger now. Drink it in, Stanley. Few people on this planet will ever get such an experience. Peer through space and time. The universe unravels itself at your feet. This is the one true meaning of life. I know we said this would go on for 4 hours, but what if you never stopped? Think about it. You could just keep going forever. Visitors would come from around the world to see the man who never stopped pushing the buttons. You would be famous. That's what you've always wanted, right? To be famous? That and the surging power of artistic beauty to flow through you for all of eternity. You could have both of these things. We'll talk about it when you get there. Have we really been doing this for over 3.5 hours? Goodness, how time flies. Wouldn't you say it's flown? Oh, no, you don't have to answer that. I understand you're quite busy. Just keep at it. Almost there.
If this doesn't stop, I'm going to go to Google. Wow, I'm getting more and more paranoid now. There is a regular scheduled earthquake.
Hey there, Stanley. Art itself is about to burrow into your skull. Aren't you excited for space?
The baby almost died.
For transcendence and oneness with the beauty and essence of all beings? Just a few seconds?
Yes. Please. Oh my god, my arms are so sore. Yes. Oh. My arms are actually so fucking heavy right now. Oh, I'm so itchy. Others but you cannot read this text. What? Oh my god. Know that when you die, I will personally carry your spirit across the river Blixwinks into the garden built within the emotions of a flower. The baby just starts crying harder, just goes quiet. And you hear piranhas eating the dog. There we will live together. We will dance and eat and sin, and you will do improv comedy based on suggestions from me for all eternity. Okay. What the fuck? I'm not doing improv comedy for you. Oh my god. Bunny, thanks for the follow. My reward for today. Now go, live your normal human existence and await me in the life that follows this one. I love you. I love you too. That's a massive sigh of relief. That's it. That's the baby ending. What the actual fuck? 4 hours. Please load. Please load. Please load. Load for me, please. Oh yes, it's loading.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
That's it. Where is it? What? What's it called again? Stanley Parable? The Stanley Parable? That one. 10.6 hours. Was it worth it? If it gave me an achievement, it would have been worth it. If there was an achievement for it, it would have been worth it. But I didn't get an achievement, which is so disappointing.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial
I
outcome
can't do
fell
that.
under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing.
Yeah,
will
exactly.
break me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come.
They would.
Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon,
Might take forever, but
very
hey,
soon
they'll
now,
come.
this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oh. You know, we're staying in here. It's safe in here, man. Was I meant to go out of there? I have a feeling I might have been meant to go out there. Let's wait. And I'll have a jockey biscuit while I wait. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
It is.
Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Ah, then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place.
Probably not.
Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and
I'm
listen,
not
Rich,
doing that.
Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky.
You're right there,
Well, now,
you're right.
I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
That's it. I want to do it again. I have to.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly.
Oh.
But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite
That's pretty good.
particularly gangly.
Gangly? What the fuck does that mean?
He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function.
Oh,
Which is
you saying my brain doesn't work?
Parable, and lives an existence quite terrible.
Oh.
And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable.
You are unbearable. Listen to your song.
Will become quite unbearable.
So cute. Nice song. Congratulations. There's more? Sing it, baby. Sing it. Woohoo! Oh, it's still going. I thought that was the end. Look, these windows look like glasses. Nerd. Why did you say penis? When did you say penis? Oh my god, you said penis an hour ago. Holy shit. If it starts again, I'm quitting. Yeah. Oh! Yeah! SV underscore cheats 1.
Stanley, this is me being serious. In fact, this is my serious room. It's
So,
where I
yes,
come to be
yes,
serious.
sorry.
That table is the most serious table I could find. I looked
Yes,
at
I'm
many,
listening.
many tables, hundreds of tables. It's possible I looked at over 1,000
That's
tables.
okay.
honestly don't know.
Narrator, I
The
am
specific
listening.
number isn't as important as the understanding that of all tables I looked at,
This-
this one is the
I get
most
it.
serious.
I'm
I wrote this
hearing
story
you.
to impress upon you the extent to which this is the most serious room I have, which is
Okay.
why I brought you here.
Yep.
You just tried to activate server cheats.
I
which, of
did. I'm
course,
sorry.
runs the risk of breaking the entire game.
Okay.
You've got no
I apologize.
respect for the strict order of scripted narrative events, and I just can't have that. It's time
I
to get
am
serious,
sorry.
Stanley. No jokes, no games. Outside of this room, I might be more tolerant of those things, but now we're in the room.
And it's
Which
serious
is why I'm
now.
subjecting you to the most serious punishment I can think of. 100 billion trillion years standing here in the serious room.
Okay.
Perhaps after that, we can talk about the severity of your actions and whether you've learned anything. But until then, serious room, go.
Okay. Serious room. Okay.
Whoa. Did we not have the talk?
Sorry.
Are we not in the serious room this very moment?
I'm
Did I not
sorry.
tell you how many tables I looked through?
Yeah,
I'm going to be
possibly
conservative
over
and say it was
1,000.
Somewhere in the tens of thousands of tables. Any reasonable
Tens
person
of
would say,
thousands.
I spent an absurd amount of time doing nothing but looking at tables.
That
I
is
genuinely
ridiculous.
considered each one too. I took a hell of a lot of notes. I kept the notes in a different room. That room is less serious than this one.
Okay.
It's more of
A notes
a
room?
notes room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, the point of this story is to convey how serious I feel this cheating issue is.
Sorry. Yeah.
And I'm
yeah.
sure you'll agree with me once you've fulfilled your new punishment. Infinity years in the serious
Infinite
room.
years. Okay.
I generally have trouble reading human emotions, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that you're devastated by this
I
crippling
am.
punishment.
At
As
least
well
I have
you
a
should
bucket
be.
to shit
It's
in.
the most serious I could think of. Can you get more serious than that? No, you can't. Don't try.
Yes.
Still no effect. The problem is clearly the serious room. It isn't serious enough.
Yeah, honestly, I
That's
didn't
on
feel
me,
this
Stanley. I
table.
apologize.
I
I'm
thought
going
it
to
could have been a
look
better
through
one.
More tables. Hopefully, I
Good
find
idea.
one that conveys how wrong what you're doing is. Now, where did I put those notes?
Good idea. Get a new table. Can I cheat now? Ah. Okay, he just leaves me alone.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go
check
to the
everything.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bang. Input received. Begin the game again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bang. Begin the game again.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others. So the thought of total solitude was terrifying.
Well, I was doing 121 this whole time. That's why, because I'm an idiot. Oh my god.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet
Yes.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a
Yes.
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yes. Aha.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
Ah.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ah. Yep. 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 Is that it? Yeah. Yeah. Oh. That's heaven because I get to press all the buttons. All the buttons. Nice. Yeah.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Whiteboard
Stanley decided to go
ending.
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.